Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator. Today I am just outside of Redding, California, and we already have a load. We're just at the truck stop just south of Redding. We currently have a load of 44,000 pounds of beverages, and we're taking it all the way down to Coachella, which is a total of 626 miles from this location. We just had to stop and rest at this truck stop, and we're good on fuel, so we're going to go ahead and get on out of here. And yeah, so as you can tell, first off, before we go anywhere crazy, let me just go back out real quick. As you can tell, I have spent some money on the Kenworth, and I've made it look much better. Put a lot of lights on it, put some new wheels on it, which a lot of you were like, now all you need is wheels. Finally put some good wheels on it, and finally put some more money into it. So it's a pretty decent truck. I'm really liking it. I decided because, you know, ooh, low air pressure. Interesting. Well, we'll have to build our air pressure up, but while we're doing that, I decided to put money into the truck just because a lot of you were saying, you just stick with the Kenworth, it's probably just best, that way, you know, you don't get tired of just seeing one truck all the time between mine and Jeff's videos, which I agree. And also some of you were just saying, just wait until SCS releases the Peterbilt, then switch, which I think is a really good idea. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wait. I'm going to use the Kenworth. I'm going to start building up a company. I did actually hire a driver. Hired my first driver. I put him in my old Peterbilt. We'll see how he does. But yeah, so I decided just to go ahead and use this truck, and then we'll wait and see what happens with SCS on when they plan on releasing more trucks. And we'll just, by then, this truck will probably be getting pretty old and, you know, pretty, not old, but like, you know, we'll get pretty used to it by then. And then hopefully we will be able to switch to a new truck. So, we're going to go ahead and back out of this spot and get on the road and start heading down there. It's going to be a long drive to Coachella, but hopefully we'll be able to complete it all in this one trip. We currently have about 3/4, no, we're almost full on diesel. So we should be good with that. Let's go ahead and try to get on the highway here. I love these truck stops. I also realized that when I picked the job to Coachella, there's a really nice truck stop down there that I think would be pretty cool to look at. One that Jeff started at one of his videos. It was a really nice big truck stop. Had a ton of trucks, which I thought looked really, really cool. So I'd love to go down there and see it in person. And we're heading down there anyway, so maybe we'll stop by, take a look at it. So, a couple of updates. The first thing is I went ahead with the mods and went through them. And now all the mods that are just via the Steam Workshop just say Steam Workshop, and they have the same name that they will in the Steam Workshop, so you can look exactly for them. And then all the other mods will be actually linked, anything that isn't in the Steam Workshop that I'm using. So I went ahead and cleaned all that up. I'm going to put on cruise control here. Yeah, so I went ahead and cleaned all that up, which was really nice. And also, I did just get notification, which I'm very excited about. I just got notification that my SKRS shifter has finally shipped, which is amazing, and I'm super excited. I know Jeff got his, like 2 days ago, I think? 2, maybe 3 days ago. Mine just shipped today, so hopefully I will get it sometime this week. I don't know, I would really like to get it sometime this week, just so I have a couple days to mess around with it and learn it before I have to record again, because having to record and learn at the same time would be a little annoying. But I want some time where I can just, you know, get used to it, because it's going to be a big change. It's going to be a big difference. When you've played a game for a certain amount of time and you have the same controls the entire time, and then you're going to get a new system where you're going to have to change all the buttons and stuff and relearn how to do some things, it's going to take some time getting used to. I know when I went from a G27 wheel to a G29 wheel, the amount of buttons and the button placement and the fact that I could put a lot more buttons on my, you know, select what buttons I want for what, it made it a little difficult to remember what everything was all the time. So it's going to be interesting having the shifter buttons on the actual shifter, but it's going to be so much better because the turns that really annoy me with American Truck Sim are the turns that you have to make and also press the button to the shifter at the same time, because the wheel is turning. So as you're turning, you gotta like hit the button to go into the next, you know, gear, and it's just not, it doesn't work very well. We're gonna have to slow down here a little bit. Traffic seems to be, I think that lane ends there on the right. Okay, what's happening here? Okay, is this guy gonna let, what's this car gonna do? Is he gonna go in? Yep, he's gonna go in. Okay. So yeah, it's gonna be a process. I don't know why my voice just now decides to start going out. That's not, it's not what I need. We're gonna have to stop at the, yep, I figured. We didn't have to stop at the other one back there, but we have to stop at this one. Also, with the MHA Pro Map mods, that mod actually adds a lot to the game. I feel I think it makes all the way stations, even at the gas stations and stuff, ones that could call you in, which is pretty nice. You know, it adds a little more feature. 78,736 pounds. Our load is 44,000, so again, I don't know. That doesn't, could be wrong, could be right, who knows. But yeah, so all the way stations at the gas stations and stuff like that now work, which is very interesting because you get called into the way station a lot more. And some of those way stations at certain, you know, truck stops and stuff like that, or gas stations or whatever, are very strangely set up. If you're in there trying to, before they were just there, you know, they just had the way station sitting there, you could go on them, whatever, but they weren't mandatory that you had to stop at every single one. But now with this map mod that you do have to stop, and I've noticed that some of those just aren't set up right. They're turned in a weird way that you have to turn in, get into them, and then when you're trying to leave, you got to leave a certain way, because especially if you have a trailer, because they're facing, you know, some of the times they're facing a fence. And then the truck stop that we started at actually was very weird, because there was a rest area, and I literally parked in like 4 different spots before it finally, and I had to literally fine tune, which I think is why we were out of air pressure. I had to fine tune exactly where the cabin was, because there was literally like a foot long square, like a, you know, a foot long in each direction of a square of where I needed to put the cab to be able to rest, because I would pull into a spot, thing never popped up to say rest. So I'm like, okay, pulled into another spot, nothing, another spot, nothing. Finally, in the 4th spot, it popped up for a second, but I wanted to reposition my truck a little more straight, so I backed out, straightened it up, pulled back in, and it was gone. It wasn't popping up. I'm like, what the heck's going on? So I moved the cab around just a little bit, you know, a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left, and when I moved it a little bit to the left, it popped up, but it went away very quickly. So I was like, okay, something's not right. So I literally had to fine tune it into that spot, which was a little interesting, but worked out in the end, I guess. It's just, that's kind of what happens when you start getting into map mods and stuff like that. And I've actually been thinking about going ahead and installing the coast to coast map mod. I know I was talking about another map mod before that I said it just didn't make sense to me, because it was Mexico and just like a little bit of Oregon. But actually, I think 2 map mods creators put their maps together, or something happened, because now there's like, you know, map mods that you can add the coast to coast map with other maps and all this stuff. So I haven't gotten any of that to work yet. I did give it a shot, and it didn't work out very well. But I haven't really had a chance to get that working. But I'm thinking about going ahead and just installing the coast to coast map, because with the new SKRS shifter, I'm definitely going to be playing this game a lot more in my spare time than I already kind of do. I mean, currently, I don't know what money we were at last time when we ended recording, but we're at $93,000. Like I said, I have hired a driver. He is a very low-level driver, so he's not doing anything crazy. I'm currently working on building up his long-distance skill, but as of right now, he's pulling in just like the occasional, you know, couple $100, maybe $1,000 trip every now and then. So he's really not paying himself off. He's not, you know, he's just a very lowly driver, but you have to start somewhere. And I had a truck sitting around doing nothing, so I figured why not just hire one driver, start working on his skill, and then have at least 2 incomes coming in, and then I can start working at, you know, buying another truck and making another driver and all that stuff. So, but yeah, I think just with getting the shifter, because I'm very excited to get the shifter, I'm going to be playing this game a lot more, and I think just doing a long haul with that shifter would be a lot of fun, something, you know, out of the state. And the only thing, like I said, the only thing that's keeping me away is just map mods can be interesting sometimes, you know. You have to make sure you back up your profile and all that stuff, because it could break your game. When an update comes out, you could be who knows where, and it could break your game. And there's a lot of things you got to be careful about. There's some things, you know, a road might not work. There might be an invisible wall that will ruin your run, or there was apparently reported like a black hole near some sort of like Tulsa, Oklahoma, possibly, I think it was, somebody was saying, where it's just like you just disappeared. So there's stuff like that that'll happen, but you got to take the good with the bad. You know, the good map mod where you can go across the country is going to be a lot of fun, but you got to take the occasional points that something weird might happen. So, but yeah, I'm hoping that I get my shifter in, and then I can start working on, you know, practicing with that, and hopefully I can get the coast to coast map mod working, and then we can give that a shot. I think that'll be a lot of fun. And hopefully, I'm really hoping that I get my shifter this week, so I can have time to practice. Like I said, I'm just really excited. I'm super excited. I think this might be the last recording session with the stock shifter. Hopefully, that's what I want. I'm not. It might not happen. It might be next week or something. I don't know. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to ship in. So I did just get the notification about it today. So it could be a while. It could be a couple days. Could be next week. I'm not really sure. But let's go ahead and get up to 60 miles an hour here. But yeah, so I'm going to do all that, you know, once I'm going to wait to put the map mod in, the coast to coast map mod, until I get my shifter. That way, you know, it's two exciting things happening at once. I'm going to get over, because all these fucking cars are going to get over too. And it's just going to be a mess. And then we'll get back over when we can. Looks like now. Alright. Where are we taking this, by the way? We're taking it to Burger King in Coachella. 44,000 pounds of beverages from Walmart, which is pretty interesting. No damage. 5% damage on our truck, but that's just wear and tear. Like I said, I've been playing this game off camera quite a bit. Earning some money, just doing some things that I've been needing to do. But yeah, no, I decided to stick with the Kenworth, just to kind of end the whole thing about what truck I should use and blah, blah, blah. So I'm just going to put money into the Kenworth, just keep working on it, and any extra income I have, if I unlock a new part, you know, I'll do that, or a new engine or whatever. But for the most part, any spare money that I have is going to go into buying another truck and hiring another driver. I think I have about 2 more free slots in terms of garage space. I also want to upgrade the garage space in San Francisco, because it's still only a 1-stall garage. The one in Elko, Nevada is 3. So yeah, I do want to upgrade the one in San Francisco. I want to hire some more drivers, get some more trucks, and start actually working on the company aspect of it and getting a good company up and going, because once you have enough drivers, you can really start making some good money, which is nice, which is very helpful. So, but in due time. Big, huge windmills. These things are crazy. I know there was a place in, I went down to Southern California once, Palm Springs area, and we ended up, I don't know where we were driving to. We were driving somewhere outside Palm Springs, and there's this highway where literally just like that, they have these big, you know, turbines just right there. Oh, really? 60 and a 55? You're gonna get me for 5 over? Jesus. Well, let's go and slow down to 55 then, I guess. We don't want another $1,500 ticket, which is just absurd. Jeez. Could you imagine getting that in real life? 5 over the speed limit, you get a $1,500 ticket? No, that doesn't seem right. But anyway, yeah, so we were driving, and just they have those big turbines just right next to the freeway. It's crazy. But apparently it's a very high wind area. There's a bunch of signs all over the place, you know, danger, high winds, and you could feel it in the car. The car was just being pushed all over the place. So it was definitely a good area to put them, but man, they were so close. I was like, this doesn't seems too close to the freeway. I mean, I don't know, what if something falls over? Then you're just right there laying in the middle of the freeway. But I don't know. It's up to them, I guess. I don't know where we are currently. Not really sure. Oh, we just passed Huron. About to get to Bakersfield and Oxnard, so we're getting there. 249 miles left. Coachella, I think, is a little bit north of El Centro and south of, well, obviously south of Bakersfield, but oops, drifted in my lane. Yeah, so pretty much going to El Centro, but I'm interested in seeing more of Coachella. I want to see that big truck stop. I think that'd be really cool. All the truck stops now and way stations and rest stops and all that just are so much... What? I have to stop at a way station. Well, that's not gonna happen. You can't let me know as I'm driving past it. Yep, thanks. Failed to stop at way station. Good. Oh, just getting tickets in this episode. That's all we're doing. Not gonna get me. I also added that mod where the California Highway Patrol is in California and the Nevada Highway Patrol is in Nevada. Pretty cool. A little texture mod for the police cars, which is nice. Oh god, dude, what are you doing? Really? Bad enough I only have to do 55, and then you're gonna make me downshift. Okay. I can't remember what I was saying. I totally lost it. Completely lost it. Oh, all the truck stops and everything now are just so alive with the MHA Pro Map mods. It's a really good mod. I'm really liking it right now. It's fixed a couple things that I've noticed. Not everything that I would like to be fixed is fixed, but then again, this is a pretty big map, so you can't really fix everything. Especially if there's only, you know, a couple people working on the actual project. So, yeah, for the most part, a lot of things are fixed. The you know, the truck stops and all that, I really like that aspect because it just makes it seem a lot more alive. It doesn't seem like you're the only truck out there at points. You know, yeah, sure, you constantly see trucks driving, but when you pass a way station or a rest stop or a truck stop or something and it's just nothing there, or like two trucks, you go, well, how is that when I'm on, you know, the 5 freeway, which is a pretty high populated freeway, lots of truck traffic, and there's like 2 trucks at a truck stop? No, that doesn't make sense. So I'm glad that the map mod fixes that. There was also a really cool point. I was in Wells, Nevada, which is a new area for MHA, and as you drive through Wells, it's actually really cool. There's a rest area, but that rest area is actually at a truck wash, which is really cool. I was like, oh, that's awesome. It's a building truck wash, which is awesome, but it also made me really want to be able to have a working truck wash. That would be really cool. Actually get some dirt on your truck and get dirty over time and be able to clean it. That seems like an amazing feature to be added. I would love for some sort of dirt feature to exist where trucks get dirty and you have to clean them, and windshield wiper fluid and, you know, wiping your windshields and stuff like that. I think that is one of the biggest things missing from American Truck Sim and European Truck Sim. It could easily be something that they're gonna add. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh, fucking dude. God, they get so far. I just cut off that van. I'm so sorry, but that guy, they just get so far. They stick so far out, you just think you're gonna hit them. But anyway, map mod, or dirt mod, that would be cool. That would be really, really cool. But I also don't think that's possible. I think that's a little bit more advanced than what is possible right now.